Hello there, and welcome to Gaming Takes Ages. I am Teal.
I Emil.
You are, and this week we have a wonderful guest joining us, my good friend Mike Stout. Hello.
Hello.
It is a pleasure to have you here. How you doing?
I've been all right. I understand we're going to be talking about video games. I do like talking about video games.
Yes, almost exclusively. Yes, we will.
That's about all that is.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's about all I ever talk about. It's true.
Mm,
Almost exclusively.
yeah, I mean, I meant more for the podcast, but in your general life,
That
sure.
works.
Well, that makes you the perfect guest.
Yeah. Well,
Perfect. Yeah.
what have you been playing recently, or do you just generally enjoy playing?
Most recently, the newest thing was the new Donkey Kong game,
Oh, Bonanza, yeah.
Bonanza. Yeah. Man, that is a good game.
Mm.
Uh, the I just kept saying, well, they couldn't have possibly solved a camera for free digging, and then they did. And it's like, well, they couldn't possibly have solved a 3D map where you could go anywhere, and then they did. And after a while, I was just like, they solved all the problems. This is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, masterpiece so far. I'm not very far in, but I did just get my Switch 2 recently.
Mm. Well, I can tell you that it only gets better.
Oh, good. Oh,
So
good.
you're in for a treat.
It
Yeah.
seems delightful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very addicting. It's a good game to just wind down and just be like, you know what? I don't need to necessarily find any. I just want to dig for about 10 minutes. That'll do. I'll just do that. And then you fall asleep
The old
playing it.
Minecraft one. Yeah. I'm
It's
just gonna
fun
go
to
look
hear
for
the
diamonds for a while.
game design takes. Like I think most people who play
Yes.
Bonanza, their first thoughts were not to camera control and 3D maps.
Yeah.
It's so impossible. I can't like I would have heard the idea and been like, but what do you do with the camera and the
Yeah.
map? How are people gonna know where they go? Oh, there's a little butterfly trail that leads you. Like they just thought of all of it and solved the problems and it amazingly. I don't know if you'd asked me, is it possible to do a camera for digging anywhere? I'd be like, maybe. And then they just did it
Yeah.
because, why not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we will brush that off in a week or two. No, I mean, imagine it took multiple years, right, like, to get that
Oh,
right.
yeah. Yeah. It's so impressive that it just casually does it so well.
Mm.
Because there are, so many different ways that digging around and stuff is hard, right? Like you just can't control the environment as a designer, which is good because they put all sorts of surprises everywhere and but also can't really control the environment as a designer. So when your camera starts bumping into stuff, that's a problem that you don't
Yeah, of
necessarily
course.
run into. And then they were just able to make it work.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Like it's not fair, I have to say, that they're that good at making video games. Like cosmically, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just really they should leave some for other people.
Mm.
It reminds me of did you ever play Shadow of Mordor,
No,
the
I've not
Lord
played
of the
that one.
Rings game?
I know of them, but yeah.
They did a thing where like when you kill an orc, or if an orc kills you, it levels up and you may see them again later as your nemesis,
Oh, that's
right?
cool. Yeah.
And I was hearing about this and I'm like, this sounds really cool, but like, how am I going to know it's happening? Right? Just some orc kills me and like, how do I know all of this interesting stuff that's going on in the background? They would have to do an amazing UI solve in order to make this work. And then I played the game and I was like, wow, he did an amazing UI solve and just made this work. Like every so often I'll see a game and I'll be like, oh, that's going to be impossible. And then they just somehow do all of the hardest things so well that nobody even bothers commenting on it. Yeah, it's pretty amazing what they were able to accomplish in Donkey Kong.
Cool. Emil, what have you been playing, if anything?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been very busy between preparing for a gig and preparing to leave the country for a month. So it's been a bit stressful, but I may have played something, if you count it as a game, and I've toyed around with this concept in the past of, is a crossword a game?
Yeah.
But now I'm going for, is a online jigsaw puzzle a game? Because they have more gameplay than some other games I've played, and I find
buy
them a
it.
very good way to chill. Me and my partner often play online jigsaws,
Mm.
and it's
It seems like a puzzle is a game.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
for sure.
is all
Yeah.
games are essentially puzzles of some sort.
Mm.
So
Well,
I guess all
And
puzzles are
that's
also
deep.
games.
I find amusing with this podcast is we keep covering games that shows up in the news quite soon after.
Yeah.
So Perfect Dark, we covered that, and then what? 2 weeks later, the remake got cancelled, which was unfortunate.
Why would you do that, Teal?
Yeah,
Come
I'm so
on.
sorry.
Yeah, we should stop the
Those people
podcast.
have time
However, hey, the opposite happened this time. 2 weeks ago, we
Okay.
covered Dragon Quest VII. That's getting a reimagining. It's all good. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's kind of cool. Like, because I
There's
didn't.
balance. Okay.
Yeah, well, I didn't know when I saw the trailer. I was like, okay, this looks like Dragon Quest, and then like people in the chat were like, this is Dragon Quest. I was like, okay, I don't know which one this is. When we looked at Seven, I'll be honest, it was low poly kind of graphic. It's hard to judge what this is versus what that was. I think it's Seven, and people were like, oh yeah, it's a Seven. Like, cool. Like we covered this pretty recently. What the hell? So yeah, that's I mean. Rayman 2 remake announcement in like a week or so, maybe.
Well, I guess we're covering games from 25 years ago, and that's sort of a big milestone. So
Yeah,
it's a good chance that we'll run into a lot of news.
yeah, I guess
As we
so.
go.
I mean, there was always it's rumor slash leak that Final Fantasy 9 is getting some kind of remake treatment. That was leaked years and years ago. But like we still have not seen anything of it to confirm it is happening. But I thought maybe we were gonna like have it revealed like around the week when we were doing the podcast. It was like, oh, it's the 25th. Maybe now is when it will happen. And then it just didn't. So no, but you never know. Maybe it still will.
Well, see, this time I have a hunch. I have a hunch that the game we're going to talk about is going to get a sequel.
You know what? I would.
And I think it'll be good. And I think it'll do good business.
I think it might actually end up like one of the lowest rated games of all time. I don't know. Maybe
good prediction.
I think I'm pretty good at this kind of thing. But I have actually played a new game that's not Silksong. I played Blue Prince finally.
Ah, nice.
I haven't played that yet.
It's a game where the main character's called Bloop. He needs to find the 46th room, which has a shower, so he can have a rinse. As it turns out,
rinse, of course.
As it turns out, at the beginning of the game, it's raining, so actually, there's no need. It's
pointless game.
Absolutely pointless game. Really weird. No, but yeah, it's a roguelike where you create rooms of the mansion. You have to find the hidden 46th room, and it is unbelievably good. Like, because I was just like, I want to play this. I want to record it and just be like, okay, I want to see why people like it. And oh my god, it's very good. I've only done one run, but like I was absolutely blown away by how the game works, how they've managed to implement effectively a walking simulator roguelike. But it is absolutely brilliant. It's
Nice.
got a really simple like mechanic of you have 50 steps. So every time you went to a new room, one step goes down. So if you have to go forward and then back, you've lost 2 steps. So like you've got to be careful about how you walk, and also when you implement a room, you're given a choice of 3 rooms, and all 3 might just be, oh, this is a dead end room. They might have something in it, but you can't go to another room. Like this is just a dead end. So like, okay, well I've got to find a way to go around here, and basically if you create multiple dead ends and there's no way to create new rooms, that's it, run over. There's nothing you can do, and because it's a roguelike, every time you go back in, the rooms are in different orders. Blah 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 blah. It's so good. It's absolutely brilliant. So I'm looking forward to playing more of that because it is a fantastic
Speaking
game.
of our puzzles games, that game is inspired by a book, which is called Maze. Is it called Maze? It's called Maze Solve the World's Greatest Puzzle or something.
Okay.
There's a book from the 80s or 90s, I'm not sure, which is just like you see rooms on each page, and there's a bunch of doors, and you have to decide which door to go in, and then you turn to that page. Um,
Oh, like choose your own adventure.
yeah,
Mm.
and it was supposed to be like really hard, and he offered like $1,000 or something to whoever could solve it. I don't know if anyone ever did. Like
Oh.
there was like a solution to the end, but I think there was like a bigger puzzle in it or something. I'm not
Mm.
sure, but
Right.
that's that. I think that was the game that inspired
$1,000
Blueprints.
up for grabs. Let's go.
What was it called?
I think it's
The-
called Maze Solve the World's Greatest Puzzle or something along those lines.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've gotten really into puzzle books,
That's fair
but
enough.
I
They're fun.
think they're expensive, the old ones, to get hold of.
Mm. Well, fair enough. Well, every week we like to start by presenting an offering to the ancients. Who are the ancients? What do they want? Who knows? One day we may please them. One day. Come on. So, yeah. Who?
This time.
Who? Maybe
You got
it
it
is.
this time.
Yes. Who wants to go first? I'm happy.
I
to.
will. I'm here to make a statement today. So in the last episode, we offered them the thesaurus round.
Mhm.
They said no, and we lost the thesaurus round from the podcast. Real world consequences have happened, and it's shaken me. I will be boycotting the offering to the ancients section
Ooh.
for this
Ooh.
episode. I'm making a
Ooh.
stand.
Very good.
I'm
Very
not
good.
offering them nothing.
Mhm.
I'm offering them nothing.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yes, understood. Very good.
I hope that made sense.
Yes, it did, and that might be what we've been missing this whole time. Let's hope. Well, for me, for the podcast, we've been inspired by the idea of doing little icebreakers, and that sort of, that's in different shows as well. We're not the first, and it will not be the last. But I thought it would be fun if I took creative liberties with the other part of one of the shows that inspired us. So I don't know if I can say the name, but it rhymes with Mount Frown. It is a secluded location where you feel sad on because you could only get a 3-letter word. So this game, we're going to be playing Mount Frown.
It took me a long time to figure out what Mount Frown was supposed to be.
Yes, there may be a large number of cats that play that game.
I have one.
Yes.
It's invisible.
Yes. This game is called Scrambled. I'm going
Scrambled,
to give you...
like
yes.
egg.
Yes, it's also conveniently 9 letters long. I'm going to give you 9 randomly generated letters, and you have 30 seconds to get the biggest word out of those 9 letters. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
How...
Are you going to put the letters up on the screen?
I am not.
Oh no.
You may write them
Can
down.
we write?
You
Are we
may
allowed to write
yeah,
down?
you write down the letters.
I
yes,
don't. Oh my!
you can-
I packed
if-
everything away, Teal. I'm going away tomorrow.
Boo! Use Discord to write them, type them out.
Use
But
some clip art of apples.
fantastic, that will do. Yes, if you want to play alongside us, please get a pen and paper or use your IMAX motion picture sized brain to remember them. So let us go. So, Emil, would you like
Yes.
vowels or consonants? Tell me what you would like.
Yes, I would.
Okay. Could you say them out? Which ones?
One of each.
Oh, okay. You have an E
Oh,
and a G.
egg, like egg.
Yes. You're getting there. Would you like to give me some more?
Yep, I would also like another set of each.
Okay, that's a U and an N.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you like to give me some more?
My turn?
Yeah. Another set?
Oh, sure. There's another E and there's an R.
Okay.
Would you like even more? Like,
The
crazy.
rest should be consonants. I think.
Consonants, you say. You have an S. You have an R. You have a T.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Yes, you have...
EGUNERSRT.
Yes, that is correct. You have 30 seconds to get the biggest word you can with those letters starting from now. Time up.
Okay.
Was that 90 seconds?
That was 30 seconds. but yes, that was. Don't expect the same song the next time.
Okay.
I didn't write anything. I just wing it. What is your?
Really, I couldn't tell.
What
That
is
was-
your?
that was yeah.
What was your highest? Can't use the actual theme because that's copyright. Okay.
Well, you can
Emil,
if you do it very badly.
sure, Emil. How many letters have you got? What's your word?
I got an 8.
You got an 8. Okay, Mike. What's your
Yes.
highest?
Well, it might be the same.
You got
Also
8 as well. Okay.
Yes, but you have to be a little bit forgiving, I think, because it's a compound word.
Okay. Well.
Mine is not.
Okay. Well. Mike, with your unforgiving word, what is yours?
Gun trees.
Ooh.
Are you saying ooh like it's a real thing? Because I don't think gun trees are a thing.
Is it not?
They're not really a thing,
Okay, I thought that was a thing.
but
Is
they
it not?
should be.
I see.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what? I'm pretty sure I've seen some pictures of them.
Okay, Emil, what is your?
it's an
actual
American
answer?
thing.
After-
right? We
after
wouldn't
we're
get
done-
it.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't. After we're done with this, just Google it. See,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
totally a thing.
Well, I am going to Google it right now. Yeah, it's not a thing. I thought I'd heard it as a thing. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
It's
So-
like a shoe
Trees,
tree,
which
but
kind
for
of are
guns.
like gun trees.
I think I'm thinking of gantry. Is that a thing?
I think that is a thing.
Oh,
I don't know
that
what
would
it
be
is.
good.
but it
Anyway.
sounds like a thing.
Emil, what's yours?
Mine is grunters,
That is correct.
as in those who
nice.
grunt.
Yes, there is actually a 9.
Oh,
Resurgent.
oh, wow! I
Yeah.
would never write that down.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
Yeah, you did not. Mike, this time you may pick your vowels and consonants. What would you like?
I would like 4 vowels, please.
4 vowels. You have an O, an I, an E, and another I. And I presume you would like 5 consonants?
Just give me 3.
Just 3,
I
okay.
just want 3 consonants.
Okay. You have an R, a P, an N.
These are bad. These are bad letters.
Yeah.
What would you like as your final 2?
Give me a consonant and a vowel.
Okay, you've got another N and an A.
Wow.
And your 30 seconds starts now. Fun.
Oh no, I didn't do very well there.
Mike, what do you have? How many letters?
7.
7. And Emil.
I only got
This
a
is an
6.
actual thing.
Okay, then Emil, what is your 6?
Pinner. I don't even. Surely it's a thing. One who
It's like,
pins.
yeah. It's just as much of a thing as a gun tree.
Pinner?
Yes.
I am not seeing that here, but I will look
Surely
at
it's. How can it not be a thing?
it.
Pins are a
It's
thing.
One who pins.
It is a suburb in the London borough of
No.
Harrow. It is
Come
a
on,
tube
Pin-
station.
How is pinner not a thing?
It is not a thing, apparently. It's not
It
a
is
word.
a thing.
It's not a word.
It is a thing.
If I type in pinner definition on Legoog,
You don't need to. It's one who pins.
it can refer to several things on Pinterest. Yeah, it's a thing or person that pins. Yeah, anyway, it's not showing up in the list, but yeah.
The list is wrong.
yes.
Burn the list. Let's
Mike.
accept Gumtree.
Mike, what is yours? What is your 7?
Enter.
Oh, wait, what?
T isn't
Enter.
there.
Oh, there. Oh, I wrote my I weird.
Oh no.
Okay, so my next best one was prone. Prone.
Okay. Prone is indeed there. There were 2 7s. Don't know what any of them mean. Pania and
Yeah, I was wondering if that's how you spell like paneer.
maybe, and then
There's
Ripieno.
2 E's I thought in that.
Oh yeah.
How do you spell that?
What?
Ripieno.
say that?
Ripieno. Ripieno. Like I've ripped up this piano, but it's not that. It's a different spelling. It is apparently the body of instruments accompanying the concertino in Baroque concerto music.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you get
I
that,
mean,
you
now that you
idiots?
should've brushed up on that.
Now that you say it, I mean that makes
Yeah.
total sense.
Yeah.
My knowledge of
You
the Baroque period,
fools.
it's been a second
you
since the Baroque
fools.
period.
Well, I can do one more if you want another word, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah.
All
Let's do one
Let's
more.
go.
Let's go one more then. All right.
We need to.
I've also got a numbers game if you'd like to attempt one of those. Okay, you can both pick some. So Emil, you go first. What do you want?
Consonant.
S. Mike.
Vowel.
E. Emil.
Consonant.
F. Mike.
Consonant.
P. Emil.
Vowel.
Oh, it's an O. Mike.
Owl.
Oh, it's another O.
Ugh.
Immediately
Two.
seeing a 3-letter word. Yes. Emil, yours.
We're going consonant.
That's a C. Mike.
Ooh. Let's go with another consonant.
V.
Ugh.
Yes. And finally, Emil.
All of the most common letters.
I think consonant.
R. So that's SEFPOOCVR. And your 30 seconds starts now. And that's your time.
Ugh.
Well, Mike, you sound super excited. How many have you got? How many letters?
6.
6 is not bad, Emil.
I got a 7.
Okay, well, Mike, you're 6 first.
Proves.
What was that, sorry?
Proves.
Ah, yes.
Proves.
Very good. And Emil, you're 7.
I should
Scooper.
have done proofs. I should have done proofs.
Would that be more?
Proofs.
Yeah, it's the same. Still
That's-
6.
It's the same.
Ah,
Yeah.
But
okay,
you
never
got
mind.
to use the V, which is something.
Yeah.
that's
And
nice.
did you say scooper?
Scooper.
Scooper is correct. And that is 7 is the highest you could get. You could also get
Really?
Coopers, spoofer, and forceps.
Okay. I was trying to see if you could do over something. You can put over on the front of a lot of words, but
I'm
I
actually
couldn't-
not seeing any besides over or overs. But
well,
that's-
yeah. I mean, but I don't mean with those letters, right? I mean in the English language. You can
yes,
put over in front of a lot of things.
yes.
We
yeah,
could
sure.
all very almost do overscope. It was disappointing to find that we couldn't.
No. Would you like to do one numbers game? Or...
Yeah, let's do a numbers game.
Sure. How many would you like? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 large. How many? Like you'll get 6 numbers, 4 a certain amount of large and 2 and a certain amount of small. You have to try and get the number that is on the board with all the numbers. You can only use each number once. You don't have to use the numbers either, but you can.
Okay, one more time.
Okay, so you'll get 6 numbers. The large ones are 25, 50, 75, and 100. The small is 1 to 10. So you'll get 6 of those numbers, and then you'll get a number from 1 to 999, and you have to make the number with the 6 numbers you're given. You can only use each number once.
Oh, you mean like adding and subtracting?
Subtracting, multiplication,
Whatever.
division, whatever
Can
it may
we
be.
do to the power of?
You cannot, no.
Oh.
So
Mod?
how
Do you
many
accept
large
mods?
would you like? How many
I-
large would you like?
whatever.
The standard is 2.
I don't mind.
2 large is pretty
You know what?
common.
Dealer's choice. Go for
All
it.
right, let's go 2 large. All right. So your numbers are 2, 6, 9, 7, 25, and 100.
That's not a bad selection of numbers.
And your target, 30 seconds on the clock, is 971.
Can you use the numbers more than once or no?
You cannot.
No.
Okay.
What? That was it?
That was 30 seconds. How far away are you? What did you get? Anyone got anywhere close? No. Okay, fair enough.
I haven't even written down a number yet. I'm not good at math.
That is fair enough. I fully respect that.
I'm at 969. 969.
969. Okay. Tell me how you did that, Emil.
9 times 100.
Mm-hmm.
Add 25.
Mm-hmm.
6 times 7 is 42.
Yes, correct.
Add that to that.
Very good.
Then add the 2.
Yes, that is 969. It could be done. It could.
I'm sure it could, but your kazooie distractions did not make it easy.
Fine. 100 minus 6 is 94. 94 times 9 is 846. 7 minus 2 is 5. 25 times 5 is 125. Add them both together to get 971.
Yeah, that wasn't happening in 30 seconds, I'm afraid.
There was apparently another way that seems...
There was no math.
There was another way that seems significantly easier. 100 plus 7 is 107. 107 times 9 is 963. 963 plus 6 plus 2. So it was indeed
Was the
doable.
goal to get closest to the number or use all the numbers?
Closest to the number. You don't have to use all, but you seemed to need all for this one.
Would you believe, if you found this section boring, that this is based off one of the most popular and successful shows
Yes, Mount
on
Frown. Thank you
television
for...
in the
yes,
UK?
Yes. There is an Australian version that's really bland sounding called Letters and Numbers. That's just
Wow.
That's just what it's called. But yeah, there you go. That was Scrambled. I hope you enjoyed that.
Scrambled.
It was a wonderful game. I got to play my kazoo again, and I don't know if that was any decent melody, but enjoy. Mike, do you have anything at all? If not, no problem whatsoever.
Nope. Let's go.
All right.
Another boycott. Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Ancients, did you enjoy that?
No, the ancients would not
No.
allow it.
What a shame. We'll not
How
be playing
rude.
Scrambled ever again.
Well,
Aw.
they might have been annoyed with the boycotting, but it's their fault.
Nah, I doubt it.
You ruined it for everybody, man.
Well, whatever. The
That's why we
day
can't have nice things, Emil.
the day
It's their fault.
is Friday the 22nd, September 2000. It's your birthday. The light flickers through the curtains into your eyes and you wake up. Do you either A, excitedly rush downstairs to see what presents you have, B, sleep in because I deserve more sleep, damn it, or C, get blinded by the sun. The sun's rays pierce your retinas and life will never be the same again?
Who gets to decide?
Among you, you can work together
Okay, well, whose
collaboratively.
birthday is closer to September? Mine is in March, which is the furthest you can get from September.
That'll be me. It was end of last month.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I think that means you get first control over whatever we are right now.
All right. So give me the options again. Then.
You excitedly rush downstairs to see what presents you have. You sleep in because you deserve more sleep, damn it. Or you see, get blinded by the sun. The sun's rays pierce your retinas, and life will never be the same again.
It was definitely number 2.
2, sleep in. You sleep
Yeah.
for 2 more hours.
I did not. Yeah.
Yeah, you sleep for 2 more hours. You feel rested, but really need the bathroom. Thankfully, it's free, and life is good. You go downstairs, and oh my gosh, Santa has visited! It's weird that Santa is here in September, but oh wait, it's a
On my
different
birthday.
it's a different kind of father. No, not Father Peters, the priest next door. That would be weird. Your actual father. He's got a weird sense of humour, and is passed out on the floor dressed as Father Christmas. He even set up a tree and everything. You respect the commitment. Oh my gosh! Part 2? There's a present, and it's for you! Do you either A, open it, or B, wake Dad?
Let's open it.
Oh, let's open it. Sure, let's
Wise
do
choice.
it. Wow! It's Baldur's Gate 2 for Windows PC, which released just yesterday on September 21st! Suck it, Europe! You get it a whole week later! But wait, there's more! Dad was actually awake the whole time, and was waiting excitedly to give you something else. It's a brand new PC to play Baldur's Gate 2! What a wonderful
my dad is
present!
rich.
This is the best birthday ever! Oh my gosh. So Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Am, is a fantasy RPG based on the advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition rules, and was a massive success. It got a 96 on Metacritic with a 9.1 player score. And at this point, I'm gonna leave it to you, Mike. You've played the game. So.
Yes. Well, for one thing, I'd like to mention that the thing that strikes you the most when you play the original boxed version of this game is how heavy the manual is. Like, Google it. Google the manual. See if you can find a picture of that thing. It's thicker than a thumb. Like, it is.
Wow.
It is a small phone book, right? For those of you who remember phone books, it was a chunky chunkster, and it basically had all the Dungeons and Dragons rules for 2nd edition in it, along with a whole bunch of cool information about Baldur's Gate and the setting and everything. Cool. And you know, back then that was kind of fun. Like, you got a free book with your game. What games give you a free book?
Very, very thick box with the book and the game in it.
Yes. Yeah.
Whoa.
It was a spiral bound book. Let me see if I can find a picture.
Yeah, I found one. It is.
Yeah.
You're not lying.
It is. And that was the case with the first game too. I played a lot more of the first game. It was kind of funny because I knew Baldur's Gate 3 would be coming out soon, and I was excited because I like Baldur's Gate. I thought I'm gonna download the remake, play Baldur's Gate 2 again, really get in the swing of things. And then I realized I had never played Baldur's Gate 2. I apparently misremembered it. I had only played Baldur's Gate 1. So it took me 6 hours to realize that I'd never played it before, though. So I was that absorbed in what was going on.
But that's such a nice thing, because so many times you wish you could go back and play a game for the first time again. You actually got to do that.
I did, yeah. I got to go back and play a game again for the first time again, and it was nice. Then Baldur's Gate 3 came out, and so I only got like 6 to 8 hours in to that. But I went and looked it up on the wiki, and it said that the first expansion was 40 hours, and the second expansion was 50 hours, and the third expansion was 60 hours. And I don't get that kind of time, especially since I put like 800 hours into Baldur's Gate 3 last year. That was where it all went. But Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were great, right? Like, they had really good stories. The thing about these games, do you ever play any CRPGs? Have you played any of those types of games?
No, I haven't actually.
Or Or did you play Baldur's
No,
Gate 3?
no, I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3. I've not played RuneScape. Like, a bunch of my friends played it. It was just not my thing growing up. And, like, Baldur's Gate 3, I just didn't play because I was busy with other stuff and sort of just missed the trend at that point.
There's a lot of other games that work like this too, but the fun thing about the game isn't necessarily the overarching plot, right? Usually that's like a standard D&D type plot. The fun thing is the characters and the companions that you have with you, because there's usually a game designer in charge of each one of those, and they've written a very bespoke story of how you can interact with these different characters, right, who have different alignments from you. And as you make choices, they approve or disapprove of them, and might want to leave or stay in your party. And the characters are just so good in these kinds of games that it pulls you in, right? Like that's the main thing. It's not, oh great, I can play Dungeons and Dragons, but the computer's running it. It's usually more like, I'm really interested to see what kind of crazy followers I'm going to get on these. And Baldur's Gate never disappointed in that regard. My favorite character is named Minsk, and he is a giant berserker ranger who has a hamster who walks around with him named Boo. So it's Minsk and Boo, butt kicking for justice, right? And Minsk is convinced, probably because it's true, that Boo is not a normal hamster. Boo is a miniature giant space hamster. So giant space hamsters are really a thing in Dungeons and Dragons. They actually exist. They're terrible. You don't want to fight one. But a miniature giant space hamster just is about the same size as a normal hamster. And he's Minsk's moral compass. Minsk is a lawful good type, maybe chaotic good, but always wanting to do the right thing. And it's only because Boo is there sitting on his shoulder, whispering to him, telling him what to do. And he came back in the second game. It was lovely. Just stuff like that, right, is the reason that you'd play these. And there was a whole host of them. They were all just various D&D related games where they would have, be set in one of Dungeons and Dragons' many campaign settings, right? Baldur's Gate is set in one called what was it? Forgotten Realms, I believe.
Yes.
So it's a whole realm. Same, but they had one set in Planescape, which is amazing, right? And you play a character who you wake up in a morgue because you were killed and you don't remember anything. And every time you die, you wake up in the morgue again, right? Like, just like, what a crazy idea, right? And one of the companions in that was a floating, wisecracking, talking skull. So they're just all very different, and the fun thing is sort of trying different things with the different companions and seeing how it all turns out.
Cool.
So are all the Baldur's Gate games are they the same world? They relate to each other. Okay.
And they continue a story between them as well.
That's cool. That's wild with the gap between Baldur's Gate 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So
People wanted more story. They waited so long.
Was 3 in development for that long, or was it just they put it off for a while before starting making it?
It had a long development, but not that long.
Yeah.
They were an early access kind of game, so they were in development for many years making this thing. Just thousands and thousands of lines of dialogue.
Yeah, of course.
Acting and recording and everything.
Yeah.
So it took them a long time, but they haven't been making it since Baldur's Gate 2.
No, I figured
it was picked
not.
up more recently.
Yeah.
And I don't know what made them want to do Baldur's Gate 3, but like, I'm glad they did, because it's a genre of game you don't get to see a lot anymore. And I think they proved that it's still something people want.
Yeah, I mean, it was Game of the Year, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It reminded me a bit of Skyrim, where like I had played the Elder Scroll games before Skyrim, and once Skyrim happened, I was like, this game is good enough for public consumption finally. right?
Mm,
Like
yeah.
it has finally gotten to the point where it's not a niche thing, right? It's like this
Yeah.
is an actual, right? And that's what it felt like for me with Baldur's Gate 3, is
Mm,
because a lot of people really liked and understood those first two and all of the other games that were like them, but they were never as successful as some other games, right? GTA or
mm,
Halo or things like that, right? Um, so to have one come in completely unexpectedly and do so well is encouraging to the idea that we might get more of them someday.
yeah, I presume so. It just
In that
obviously they
genre,
take a long time to make, so it'll take a couple years before you get
especially
something new.
especially if you have to voice act
Mm,
every line, which they did brilliantly. Like
mm, yeah.
they got voice actors on long-term contracts, and like they had motion capture actors, and they just had a whole setup for that, and it
Mm,
was just I've been involved with, like voice actor casting and stuff like that. Just knowing how much goes into just that process, it's amazing to me that you could make something that big with
mm,
that many branching storylines and voice act the whole thing. Like even just that is a technical and project management feat that blows my mind. It's really, really hard to do.
mm.
So good on them.
Yeah, it's in just circling back to what you were saying about Skyrim. It's actually really interesting you bring that up because my friend had Oblivion and I played a bit of it and I just didn't really get into it. Then Skyrim came out and I tried that and I really, really got into it. So yeah, I see what you
Yeah.
mean by like it's it doesn't do that much different from Oblivion technically, but it's the little things that actually make it more just consumable and not annoying, but like irritating in minor ways here and there that like puts a person off or just yeah, it is, and I obviously I haven't played Baldur's Gate 2 or 3, but like yeah, I presume like you're saying it does the same sort of thing. Um,
Yeah.
it makes it much more digestible and much more engaging, and it's really impressive. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
well, I want to quickly look at some reviews for Baldur's Gate 2. Because as I mentioned, it got 96 on Metacritic. Sorry, 95 on Metacritic. Baldur's Gate 3 got 96. So Baldur's Gate 2 did very, very well. A
Nice.
score of 100 by Checkout, saying, may very well be the best computer-based role-playing game of all time, which is high praise indeed. A 98 by someone or a publisher's called Antagonist, saying, I'd like my life back, Black Isle, which is fair enough. And then I
Yeah.
particularly like this score of 100 by GMR Magazine. The rare occasion when the sequel to a classic goes above and beyond its predecessor. Can't wait for free.
Well, you'll have to.
Yeah,
A
you
little
will be
bit. Just a
waiting
few years.
23 years. So, did I,
Sometimes that's how long it takes.
yeah.
I'd be very interested to see if there's still a thing and have reviewed 3.
I don't know, but I will say for that
Worth the wait is what they say.
GMR magazine. It is. I can tell you exactly which magazine it is. It's the Feb. It's within actually that review didn't come out in 2000. It came out February 2003, page 94. So
Ah,
if you find that magazine, you can find it based on that info, and you can see if maybe the same person. They will probably have like the name of the reviewer. You might be able to find if they did a review of Baldur's Gate 3. I'd hope that they actually did enjoy it. It'd be nice to see the journey. But we also have some like just player reviews. Coal Devil, fantastic name. The game is based on one of the worst D&D versions, but it is still the best RPG ever. 10 out of 10. And then this person has done what I love. You know what's coming, Emil. Mr. 8KC. I can think of no finer way to waste your days than side questing your way through the Forgotten Realms. This game is immense and doesn't punish you for doing it your way. Incredible. 0 out of 10. I love these!
they're,
Every single
they're using
game!
the reverse system, right?
Yeah.
Their system is
Yeah.
like golf.
Yeah, of course. They've nailed it. I
It's
love it.
opposite day.
Every
Yeah.
single game has one of these. It's so good.
Zero's kind of like a 10. It's like halfway there.
It's so
Yeah.
close.
You just put
yeah.
that one little line in
Realistically,
front of it.
But what is it
how
in
can
binary?
how can a game
Maybe it means
score
perfect
0?
in binary. Like, who knows? Do you have anything more to say about the game, Mike? Because if not, I have a mild question quiz, but otherwise,
I
whatever
will
you'd like
not
to
do
say.
very well on it, but let's give it a shot.
Fair enough.
See if my knowledge of Dungeons and Dragons in general might
It will
be
probably
enough
not
to
help
answer these
you because
questions.
it's not specifically about that. I've
So,
got.
quickly before that, so
yes, of course.
you says based off the systems of D&D, so it's also based off all the like monsters and stuff. They're all D&D monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
This
But
is
is
an
it
older version of D&D also.
Yes.
Is it
It's version 5 now, I think, and as I mentioned before, it's the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition rules.
That was 2.
Yeah.
Edition 2, yeah.
Yeah.
It was not that big of an improvement from the first one. Once they moved to 3, it was more like what we know today, but 2 was it was a thing. Like, have you ever heard of Thaco? That term get thrown around?
no?
It was in Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition. In order to hit something, you had to roll a dice and basically get a number that would go over, or that would hit a certain armor class number.
Mhm.
In Dungeons and Dragons now, you roll a die, you add a number, and if it's higher than the number it needs to be, you win.
Mhm.
In Dungeons and Dragons 2nd Edition, armor class went into negative numbers. So the smaller your armor class was, the better, because the pluses that you would add to your roll are what you would need to hit something that had armor class 0. So something with armor class 10 was easier to hit than something with armor class -10. And that's the game that they based. That's the system that those earlier games were based on, right? So when he says take one of the worst versions of D&D, he's talking about the rule set, which was
Fair.
fortunately you don't have to know that much to play those games because fortunately the computer's taking care of it for you. Yeah, but there's still enough, little funny business going on with the system that you would run into it from time to time, but I don't think it ruins it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, I have got 6 songs from the soundtrack of Baldur's Gate 2, except that's not true.
Okay.
Only 4 of them are real, 2 of them are mine. Can you work out which 2 songs are not real? Just the names. So here they are. A Solemn Demise, Dro's Fury, The Druid Grove, Joaquin's Promenade, Forest Battle 2, Asylum Journey.
So 2 of those are not
2 of
real.
those are fake, yes.
Forest Battle 2. Give me the list again.
Of course. A Solemn Demise, Dro's Fury, The Druid Grove, Joaquin's Promenade, Forest Battle 2, Asylum Journey.
I'll say that last one.
Asylum Journey.
I think the first one, it does have the ring of something Teal made up. What was it? A solemn
Demise, yeah.
A solemn demise. Something about
That
those
one,
words
that
together
one
is
seems
saying
sus
Teal
to me as well.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Joaquin's
Promenade.
I feel like those are just like words you thought were fancy and wanted to put together, maybe.
I think that's an actual location in Baldur's Gate. I'm not
Okay.
sure though. If I'm wrong, this will be embarrassing.
If
but I'm
there's
cool
a
with
character called that, I wouldn't put it past Teal knowing that and trying to
have
trick
gone
us
in and
with it.
inserted
But if you think that there is one that is actually the promenade, then I will.
Might be wrong.
I'm going to follow your judgment, and if it's wrong, I'm going to be very, very mad.
That's my fault. Yeah.
But I also think maybe Forest Battle 2 is it the kind of thing Teal would make up?
100%. Yeah.
I don't remember there being that many forests in Baldur's Gate, which is a city. And actually that took place in and I don't remember there being that many forests. But again, I only played the first 6 hours of it, so I only scratched the surface.
See, these quizzes are funny because whenever we have someone in who knows the game, they're always going off their knowledge of the game. But I haven't played most of these games, so my knowledge is going off, what do I think Teal would make up? Which I think
It's a good
quite
game.
good at.
It's quite a fun game, though, I think.
Yeah, it's like 2 experts. And I'm the
Yeah.
expert in tealology.
In teal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Forest Battle 2 and the first one.
A solemn
which-
demise.
yeah.
And Mike, did you say you're going Forest Battle 2 and
I thought a solemn demise, but I'm going to go with the last one you
Silent
said
Journey,
as
okay.
well. But I would be very happy if I found out that solemn demise was you.
a solemn demise is me, correct?
Yeah.
we go.
It's okay.
You are correct. Joaquin's Promenade is a place. Joaquin is a lesser deity of wealth and trade within the game, and that is indeed a place. Dro,
However,
Dro,
no, right.
Dro is a dark elf within the game, but Dro's Fury is not a song.
I went with the wrong one. I knew that
did.
you would do a tricksy little.
You
This is
did.
a real character, but the song is wrong.
The song is fate.
Yeah,
Teal, I thought we were friends. Come on
we
now.
are, and yet I destroyed you.
I'm glad to know about Joaquin's Promenade, though. That makes me feel
Yeah,
good.
no, you got that bang on. You remembered it. So yes, that was very good. Well, finally, we like to end our show with some interaction from you. We've got an email, gamingtakesages@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment in the comment section. We'd love for you to email in with gaming stories or questions. So yeah, if there's a game that's upcoming that you want to tell us about, like your experience with it, please do. If you want us to answer a question, please send it in. Or if you want us to have a philosophical debate, whatever it may be, email it in. So our question this week: what experiences do you have with D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, and are there any funny stories that come from that? I don't mind who goes first.
I feel like Mike should probably go first. I feel like there's going to be a lot more there.
I've got a funny story, but
I have played a lot of D&D. Maybe we should get the short stories out of the way.
okay.
Okay,
Mine's
I feel
pretty
like the
short.
lengthwise it will go Teal, me, Mike.
Fair enough. So I used to work at a place in Jersey. I don't mind saying where it is. De Grushy's. Lovely place, cook shop. And I worked with a man called Jan. He was an awesome guy. Who he wasn't there for long. He joined and worked in the electrical department, and we got on really well. And he invited me to play Dungeons and Dragons with him after work one day. I was like, yeah, all right, we're getting on. I don't mind. Let's do that. Sounds good. I've never played it. I don't know much about it, but yeah, I'm down. This would have been around 2017, I think. 2017, maybe 2018. So yeah, we did a session creating our characters and rolling for our stats. And as we were going, he got the kind of points you'd expect. However, when it came to me, he asked me to re-roll multiple times because I kid you not, I kept getting 18 to 20 for literally everything. And I was too powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I needed to be toned down. He was just like, no, you no,
At that
please,
point,
please
just let
re-roll.
them pick their stats. If you're
Yeah, I
gonna-
was just like, please re-roll. It's like, is this bad? It's like, yeah, please re-roll. So we did. I can't remember what I ended up
Just
getting in
you'd
the
be
end.
good at everything.
I don't remember what I ended up getting as. I think I got like a couple 2s and a 5 or something. I was like, that'll do. Yeah, I'm shit now. So yeah, we had a fun evening, but we didn't really get to the game. We covered the basics, we hung out and whatnot, and yeah, we just was like, we'll play it soon and we'll properly start our journey. Unfortunately, a week later, he and his wife had to go back to Poland. I didn't get a chance to play
No.
with him. So
you haven't played Dungeons and
I've
Dragons?
never
You
played
just
it.
made characters?
I've made characters where I was the most powerful person in the universe, and that was it. But I
That
did.
counts.
Little side note. I showed him my Skylanders, like images of them, and he really liked Drobot, so I gave him Drobot when he left.
Oh,
No.
okay.
So yeah, and also in a similar way, my boss who worked there had a 5-year-old son who really liked figures and dinosaurs, so I had a couple of like dinosaur Skylanders. But I was just like, oh, I'm not super attached to these, so you can have those. So I gave them to her to give to him when I left. So that was fun. It was nice that I was able to pass along Skylanders to people because I have so many of them, and there are people who will also find a real joy out of them. So yeah.
You should use those for D&D.
Yeah.
instead of
That's a cool idea,
just get
yeah.
giant
Yes.
grids, right?
Yes, we should. Emil, what about you?
So yeah, well, I think my experience for a long time is probably a very familiar one for a lot of people, which is, oh, we should play D&D sometime. Yeah, 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 yeah. We should. Yeah, we should. Yeah, and then it just
In
doesn't
principle.
happen. But then eventually, it did happen. My friend got together a group of 4 of us. He was gonna. I think he'd played 1 or 2 games before, and he was gonna try and DM for us. And he did so much research and looked into it a lot. And we did a sort of like a homebrew one shot, which is like a story that you just kind of play in one day. Uh, he wanted to do like a police procedural show. So we were city guards. It was like a cop show, like, and it was about solving a murder, and we had a lot of fun with it. My character, his name was Good Cop, which was like Gu with an umlaut DKOPP, and he was a bard, so he was Good Cop Bard Cop. And because it was my first
Why?
time, the my character was just lazy, so I could just kind of let the more experienced players sort of take the lead. And I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
And then we went to do another bigger campaign that he put so much work into. We got together for one day, and then one of the guys dropped out, and it ended there. And my friend was sort of too burnt out to ever go back to it. So that's where my
Try it
D&D
again.
journey ended. But my character from that one was called Raven Misty Bottom. She was basically a Batman, a rogue. And I loved it, and I wrote a whole backstory for it and everything, and I got really into it, and I come up with this great plan for what we do for the next session involving fish allergies, and I had weird powers that were like hair manipulation, and I was going to use that to like trick people into thinking that they were awe-inspired when really I was just moving the hairs on the back of their neck and stuff. But it never came to be, and I later found out this was another murder mystery, that the DM, what he was gonna do was let us figure out who we thought the murderer was, and then just say yes, it's them. So there was no real
Oh,
there was no real answer, and I was
Nice.
so. Oh yeah, I know. I would not have been happy to know that that was the case.
you didn't figure it out.
Yeah, and so I kind of was working for a bit on the idea of me DMing a campaign, and I started coming up with a story for that. But I wanted to play more D&D before I did that, because I still don't really know how D&D works, and DMing is scary if you don't. There's a lot of technical stuff, and yeah, so that's where my D&D journey ends, unfortunately. I'd love to play it again if there was a DM and a group that I could play with, but alas.
That's always the trick.
Yeah.
It requires a bunch of other people.
Yes. And when you're an adult, it is so hard to arrange anything, any kind of group of people.
Yeah,
So,
especially once your group of people starts having kids, then
yes,
it's like,
which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
happening. So
roll
Yeah.
those dice. Yeah. We I was lucky. I had a group for a long time that we were regular. We do it every week. I started playing, let's see, when was it? 1998, 99.
so you missed the Satanic Panic.
Yeah, unfortunately, I heard about it. It sounded like a lot of fun, but it had already. Now like I think even my mom had played it at some point, so nobody in my family had any kind of illusions that it was anything but a game. I know that some of my uncles played it too, but I started playing in high school because a bunch of friends, like I had made friends, and they were part of the role playing game club, basically, and so we would play like Magic the Gathering and board games and also D&D. The first campaign I ever played, I was a cleric, and I got poisoned, and it was going to kill me. So my friend John cut my arm off, and the GM said I could live, but then I was the one-armed cleric for the rest of the time.
That's cool.
I think probably my favorite. Let's see, what's a really good story? So I played Dungeons and Dragons all through college. Like, I would come back and play with my friends. As an adult, I would have them over, and I would run, or some of my other friends would run. And I had a campaign that lasted for a whole year, which was pretty cool. But then we also started playing other role-playing games that weren't Dungeons and Dragons. And so by the end of it, I had played 10 or 12 different tabletop role-playing games. Probably my favorite one was, let's see, Apocalypse World. Have you ever heard of Apocalypse World?
No.
There's a really thriving bunch of like indie game designers who make pen and paper role-playing games. And this game is great because it, instead of being about like, do you do the thing you want to do, it's more about like, if you failed on your roll, you have to then make a choice, right? So for example, we built a helicopter in this game, and it's a post-apocalyptic game, right? So we built this thing out of junk, right? And the way it worked was, when you flew it, you had to roll, and if you succeeded, you got where you were going. Nothing fell out on the way there, right? Like, nobody died, and it didn't break, right? But if you failed, you had to pick two of those. Right.
Yeah,
So it's just like, okay, did somebody fall out? Is it broken beyond repair? Did we not get where we were going? Right. And so then the storytelling kind of comes out of all of the successes and failures of the roles that you make.
That's
and it's
really
really
cool.
interesting.
You should have just kept letting me roll. We've been fine.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Is like, let's say you just fail, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't even necessarily mean you don't get to do the thing you want to do. It just means that I, as the GM, get to make a move. Like, I get to go into my book, and I get to do one of the things on the page that it says I can do when you fail. And so, for example, I can say, okay, you have no way of knowing this, but deep underground, a creature opens its eyes for the first time in millennia. And then I just move on, right? I write that down on my paper. And over time, eventually that thing will come into the story, right? And I didn't have any idea it was going to be in the story. It just, and it's very like, you play around with the players. They help you come up with stuff. So I ran a session where it was like, you were just chased into this. You are in a mausoleum. You are hiding. You were chased here by the worst thing you've ever seen. Tell me what it looked like. Right. And so then they just described the most awful thing, and then they had to fight it. Like, just so I like having that kind of back and forth. But I played, a decade of Dungeons and Dragons and ran it a lot. So I do love that game.
Living the dream.
It's cool. It's really cool.
No one going away to Poland or dropping out for no good reason whatsoever.
Then there were good reasons, right? Because people would have kids, and it'd just be like, well, kids are a lot, so you got, and they're your priority. So we didn't play as much after that, but it's
eventually the kids get old enough, and then they can join.
Yeah,
they can play D&D. I think my original group of people are getting to that point.
Yeah. My cousin's partner, for Christmas, her brother did a family D&D, like the whole family around the dinner table just did a little D&D campaign. I'm like, whoa, my family would never be able to just sit still for that long.
One time, we used to get, like, my whole extended family, it would be dozens of people, right? We would get together in California for Christmas or something and stay for a whole week at a house together. And so all of my cousins, we got together and we played a Call of Cthulhu session, which is like a horror role-playing game.
Yeah.
and I scared the crap out of all of them. It was great. They were all so terrified. Those are also fun when you can play horror, because you can mess around with people's heads in interesting ways.
But how does that work? Because I mean, you're just around a table. Like I've never. It's weird. I don't like scary stories, but I've never like. I guess actually, because our friend Sam used to read scary stories on stream. That I didn't like.
Those were not scary stories, Teal. Those were disgusting stories. It's a different thing.
Okay. But no, I've never really. I don't know. I guess I've never really been scared of stories themselves. Like it's a visual thing for me. Like if I see something scary, or if someone comes from behind.
Maybe no one's told you a good enough scary story.
Perhaps.
Let me tell you about my favorite moment.
Go on.
I was running a module, right, which means it was a printed book, and it had pictures and stuff in it. And there was this one bit it was really gruesome, right? Like they were chasing after a cult, and it was a human sacrifice type cult, and it turned out that they were also cannibals, right? And so they find somebody in a box, still alive, not so much with the limbs. They'd apparently been keeping him alive to like a lobster, right? Basically.
Wow.
But the players knew in this game, if you see something horrible, you have to make a check that could drive you insane. And by this point, they had been playing for a long time, and they didn't want to go any more insane than they were already, because that's another way to die. You lose your character, right? So they would choose people. Who's going to be the one person who looks at the terrible thing and tells us what it is? That person makes the roll. Everybody else doesn't have to make the check. Great. So they pick my friend Brian, and I say, Brian, come over here. And I show him a picture in the book of the guy. And I say, describe this to them. And it was so much worse for everybody than Brian, because he was describing this to them, and they had to construct it in their head from the bits of detail he was giving them. And it made it so much scarier, right? And just there were ways that I could play around with and mess with you, or like get suddenly loud, right? Or people would be talking, and I would go in another room and I would make noises like I was clawing against the wall.
Oh, that's great.
Right? And they wouldn't notice immediately. And then when they did, I would say, roll initiative, right? It's time to get into a fight. And if you fight monsters in that game, you lose. Those are usually you running away. If you find an evil book of spells, you throw it into a mine shaft and seal it up with concrete. Like it is. You don't want to go bonkers, and that's the kind of thing that happens if you fight monsters or read spell books in that game. It's fun because everybody freaks themselves out. You know, more than it just being the story. It's like they will amp themselves up because they don't know what's going to happen, and anything could happen. And if something does happen, you're probably going to die, because that's how that game works.
That's cool.
But, yeah,
I've played one other role-playing game, which is, I think it's called Everyone is John. Have you ever heard of this?
No, I haven't. That sounds delightful, though.
The idea is that there's this one guy called John, and you each have like 5 dice, and then you can bet a number of dice to be able to take control of John. And at the start of the game, you have different things that you want to achieve. You have like an easy one, a medium, and a hard one, and you get points if you do those while you're in control of John. And you also have different abilities that you come up with at the start of the game. And so you become John, and then you try your hardest to do these goals that you've set. And obviously, you know, it's once you roll for like everything you do, and it might be like if you give a very vague thing like, oh, I'm going to leave the building, then your chance of success is much lower. So you have to do every step like, okay, I'm going out the door, I'm going down the stairs, and so on, because all these things you can fail. And if you fail and John becomes unconscious, someone else gets to take control of John. And you've lost the dice that you bet towards doing it. So you you have less chance of becoming John the next time. So someone is going to pick up where you left off while you're trying to do all your goals, and then they might be like, okay, this gets me closer to what I want to do because I'm in a circus now already, and I want to ride an elephant, although you shouldn't have elephants in a circus. But anyway, so that's the premise of I think it's called Everyone is John.
Everyone is John.
I'm not
That's
entirely sure,
awesome.
but it was we used to play on our breaks at
That's cool.
uni. It was a good one. Very silly.
Billy's
Wow.
good.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think we're coming up to the end of this episode.
Goodness.
Yes, it was a delightful time. Mike, I hope you had a wonderful time.
Thank you. Yes, lots of fun.
Yes.
Very good to see you again, Teal and Emil.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to chat to you. Next week, we shall be looking at Lunar Magic, the Super Mario World ROM hacking tool, because surprisingly, that is turning 25
years ago.
I can't believe it was that long ago, but it is. And then the week after that, on October 3rd, we will be looking at Skies of Arcadia. So, yes, thank you very much. If you'd like to email in with a question, story, topic, whatever it may be, for us or relating to the games coming up, please do email us at gamingtakesages@gmail.com or, leave a comment down below. Thank you very much for listening and watching and all that good stuff. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Fairly well.